Hi, good morning. Good morning. My name is Asherah. I always like to timestamp my video. So today is Monday, the 17th of November 2025, and it's 9:49 a.m. My daughter is already at college, and I am about to leave her. I've got a full day today. So, in fact, let me just do my introduction first. So, hello and welcome to my unique PhD journey. I'm exploring dissociative identity disorder and psychosis alongside conscious expansion, blending the 3D academic world with 5D spiritual practices. I'm also training as a shamanic practitioner. I'm literally 6 months into a 2-year course, and I bring my gifts as a clairvoyant and a medium to the table. As we dive in, please note that when I'm channeling spirit, the insights are personal, spiritual, and not clinical. This journey is about authentic, multidimensional expansion. So let's embark on this journey together and uncover the intersections of science and spirit. Hello, hello, hello. I've already done a video this morning, so obviously it'll be the number before this video. So this video is 44. Number 44 for the PhD mental health category. So I've got 1 to whatever on the PhD. I'm doing 1 to whatever on shamanism, I should say. And I'm also doing the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G when it comes to uploading the journey itself. All right, so the journey includes the different countries that Spirit, the Almighty, has had me go into, some of the dancing and the rituals that I do on that land, the people that I meet. So when I'm explaining my stories and my experiences, you've got first-hand evidence there of when I had that conversation with the person or whatever it may be, a picture, a place, because I want to make sure that I provide the receipts on everything that I'm saying, because that's important, because a lot of these people out there, they say a lot of stuff, but they don't necessarily have the receipts, and we're left thinking that what they're saying is the truth when actually it's not the truth. It's an assumption, because unless you know for yourself, it's an assumption. If you've got a little bit of the truth, then that's as in evidence, that's a presumption. We don't live in the world of assumption and presumption. We live in the world of facts, or at least that's the world I live in, and that's what this platform is about. It's about presenting the facts and the evidence to back up what is perceived to be the illusion, which is the 3D. Okay, so just to put it into perspective, that's my PhD badge, to just show that I am working at that level. Okay, so I'm not just saying that I've got qualifications in mental health or whatever. I really do, which again, it's about evidence. And when I say that I'm on a shamanic practitioner's course, this is my practitioner's course program. This is the course that I'm studying at the moment. And then I'm also due to go to Peru. So, and these are my travel tickets for next year, because I'm going to meet real live shamans. Okay, so let's get cracking. Today, the last couple of days have been so interesting. And this morning when I woke up and I was lying on my bed, I was being put back to sleep again, to the point where I was bucking. So I'm really coming to understand now that these entities walking around me, or these human beings walking around in the astral projection, are able to put me to sleep in order to attack me once I am sleeping. So it's my job not to either fall asleep, or if they attack me, either attack them back or get the hell out of there. Now, up until the night before, I just thought that feeling was paralysis. That feeling of being pulled under the bed that so many people talk about, paralysis. Not paralysis, because I'm a medium. I get to see the entities, and I always have done since 12 years of age. So pretty scary stuff, to be fair, but you know, we're big people now. But the other day, honestly, fucking hell, man, it rocked. It literally, it was a whole new class. Okay, so I've gone into this dream state, but my dream state has changed significantly. So I've always been conscious in my dream, but I'm more analyzing conscious in my dream, you know, and the thought processes within my dream are a lot different. Yeah. So, but recently, as in the last couple of days, it's even changed further. Like literally, I know what that feeling is now, because I'm watching myself but I'm trying to pull myself at will out of the dream and into reality. And that pulling of me trying to get my astral body out of the astral plane into the 3D plane is what's causing that feeling, as well as there are people there trying to drag me and hold me back. And I have not been dreaming family members. That's not my go-to. So over the years, I hardly dream family. I hardly dream friends. It's always been strangers, or, do you know what I mean? Or, I don't know, whatever. But lately, since September, I've been dreaming family members. On the 6th of September 2025, I dreamt my mum's mum, so my maternal grandmother. And by the 7th, she had passed away. I've dreamt my ex-husband, such man. He keeps coming in. In the end of September, he come into a dream to tell me that he's bankrupt. He ain't got no money and he needs my help. Hello? That's a joke. I've had cousins and everything. Last night, I dreamt my stepson. Never ever dreamt him in my whole entire life. You know, so, and even my daughter was there too. So it's just becoming, not weird, but I think there's expansion and developments in my gift. But I wanted to kind of just jump on because this lady has come on today. What I should say is that I also run YouTube videos in the background too, particularly from the tarot community, because the people within the tarot community are using their psychic ability, their clairvoyance abilities to basically see into the future and the past and the present and let you know what's going on. So I'm almost using it as two reasons. One, I talk to spirit when I'm talking to the camera, when I'm talking to you. Yeah? And you'll see me turn to the side, or you'll see me stop so I can hear what they're saying properly. But that's how I do it. So by putting the YouTube videos on, you get to experience how other people that are saying that they have similar gifts, as in the ability to see the future, the past and the present, how they talk to their spirits. And a lot of them do similar things to myself, as well as some of them have got their own different quirky ways of connecting with spirit and source. So it's really interesting, especially for people that haven't really come across this thing before, because this is an academic PhD, so it's really targeted towards academics. But really, the Almighty is letting me know, no, this is a universal PhD, and actually there's a lot of lessons that can be learned, because I know I'm not the only one going through this. It did lead to me being sectioned under the mental health, being sectioned under the Section 2 of the Mental Health Act, and it led to me going into onto a psychiatric ward for about 3 weeks, involuntary, where I was a prisoner and literally couldn't leave, and then 1 week voluntary, where I told them I'm stopping here because it's bed and breakfast, and I'll go when I'm ready, type of thing, or I'll go in a week's time, which I did. I just needed some time to sort things out while I was sitting in a position of freedom, but also had some stuff at the house that was going on that I didn't know how to deal with it. And what that was is that as much as family members and friends and voodoo people are throwing witchcraft at me, because they're unable to get me in the way that they want to get me, they put a lot on my kids too. So it's just trying to balance everything, and it's been rough. I can't lie, it's been rough. It's been rough, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, isn't it? So I just want to play this journey. They're telling me that there's something in my phone to show you. What do you want me to show them? I can't even get into the camera with this. Okay. So this is me in Bali in just last 10 days ago, going through a purification ceremony really, and this purification really helped me release a lot of negative energy, a lot of gates that were blocked, a lot of blockages that were in me, and I come to discover that I'd had a miscarriage years and years ago, over 10 years ago. And that spirit of unborn baby was still basically inside of me. And I've put the video up on YouTube, and you actually hear me screaming like I'm in labour giving birth. But the thing is, I can actually feel something coming out of my vagina, like an energetic pressure coming out of my vagina, and then just literally moving, like literally between my legs and out. I'd also had 2 miscarriages that I was accountable for, and those spirits were there too. And another spirit that belonged to my mum, a little boy. So all four spirits, I was able to kind of ask for forgiveness from, if you like, connect with, love, hold them. Oh my God, so beautiful, you know, hold them and everything. So I'm going to the graveyard now because I'm going to do a little ceremony for them, and I'm actually going to give them the proper burial that they need. And I'm going to say that if you're out there and you've had a miscarriage or an abortion, I'm not saying that you need to go to the graveyard by any means. But if the things in your life are not working out, and you know that you've been working hard every day to release blockages, to shut down boundaries, to get negative people out your life, to live in a way that is godly, to live in a way that is not sinful, and things still aren't moving for you, then I'm gonna put it out there. All right, I'm gonna put it out there because it's not a joke thing. So I take my spirituality extremely seriously. Like this is not a way of a life for me, and this is not a joke practice. This just is me. Yeah, this just is. Yeah, I get up every day and I live my life, and as I live my life, I constantly get messages of what to do, and it's like, I don't know, it's like even now the birds flying over message, and it's a seagull, not a pigeon too, which is significant to me. So I look out for the signs all the time in the trees, in the birds, in the bees, in the insects, in colours, in things that people say, people's behaviour on the road, my own behaviour. I also monitor the emotions that are going in my body, and I use the 4 elements to do so, just to kind of say, oh, is that fire? Is that water? Is that wind? Is that air? And then those things are also giving me messages. So my whole body, my brain, my astral body, my ethereal body, my celestial body, my physical body, my emotional body, all those bodies are constantly bringing in information and giving me intel on what I need to do next. All right, so I just want to show you these plaques that I've done because I won't be able to take them out again. Yeah, I won't be able to take them out again. So let me just go through them now. I've got a bit of grease on my fingers, like olive oil or sweet almond oil actually. So my hands are really greasy. But this is the first baby that I had an abortion. I was with my second boyfriend after my children's father. I was with my children's father from 13, and we separated when I was around 21. And then I met a guy called Daniel, who's my first baby father, who's my school boyfriend, is an identical twin. Then I met this other guy, and he turned out to be a twin too, but with a sister. And with him, I got pregnant. After we had separated, you know, I was actually warned, don't go back with him, by a tarot reader, and I took fast. I was drunk one night, left the club. He was there. He was like, oh, shall I drive you home? And, you know, the rest is history. And I got pregnant, and I called that little baby Rose. And I had a little ceremony. I had a little box or whatever, but it wasn't enough, basically. So that says, in loving memory of Rose. And my last name is Rose. And my children have Rose in their name too. My daughter's called Summer Rose. Nevaeh Summer Rose, sorry. And then the little boy that me and my husband, again, this time I'm married now. So after my boyfriend Daniel of 2 years, I then met my husband in 2005. We were together, and I asked him for we were together from 2005, got married in 2009. I asked him for a divorce in 2019, but I didn't actually get the divorce until 2023 officially. All right. That's what I've named the little boy that I had with my husband. And again, we went to the clinic together. You know, it was a mutual understanding. We've ended up having 7 kids between us. So it's not that we don't love kids. It just the circumstances didn't permit it at the time. So that was the decision that we made. And then this is Olivia. So again, like I said, I've had 2 abortions. One was Rose. And then I had a miscarriage. I had Robin the boy is a miscarriage. So I was actually 4 months pregnant when I found out that he had died. But he had actually died before that. Do you know what I mean? And I knew that. I just wasn't ready to deal with that. So I went on holiday first, believe it or not, because I did know. I went on holiday, and then when I came back from holiday, that's when I addressed it. So he had been dead a while. So I can understand why he was trapped in my room, you know. And then this one is Olivia. So this is the last abortion I had, again with my husband. So these are the name plaques that I'm going down to the graveyard today. I bought some nails. I was hoping to get some gold ones, but there wasn't any gold ones when I went shopping. So I've got silver ones. And then the lady says that there's also a little baby boy that belongs to my mum. And the story behind that is that when I was 12 years of age, my mum was married. She ended up marrying this guy called Devon. And in doing so, she let a really, really bad paedophile into our house. And when I was 12, he tried to come in my room and molest me. But luckily, my ancestors have always been with me. And they was like, turn left! I put the blanket under me. Turn right! I went, put the blanket. I mean, when I looked down, I looked like a little mermaid. So when this guy came in my room to sit on my bed to try and get me, I was wrapped up in this blanket. So he's having to fight to get in the blanket. And then I've just gone, what are you doing? Do you get what I'm trying to say? What are you doing in my room? I just stuck it on him. And then in the morning, I told my mum about it, because I'm not holding no secrets for no blood clot, man. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. You know, this is what you did, and you will be held accountable. So I told my mum what had happened. My mum didn't want the man to go nowhere. He decided to leave the house on his own accord. He ended up travelling to America, meeting a woman who had 2 kids, raping both of the girls, and then going to fucking prison in America. You know what I mean? So them levels there. But what I discovered through doing divination on my mum for the first time ever, she let me do it. And divination, this is the divination cloth that I did on my mum. So I threw 16 cowrie shells on this cloth. Yeah, and when I did that, the cowrie shell fell on this figure here. So this is heaven. So heaven usually means it's the person has passed away. But if you see here, there's a little tiny baby in a bubble. Yeah, and an upright shell fell on that. And that made me know that my mum was pregnant for him. Yeah, but she aborted the baby. So when the woman turned around and said that there's a 4th baby there, but it belongs to my mum, I could accept that, because I already knew something of that. And this little boy belonged to that man, you know. So on one hand, I could feel a way about it, that, you know, I don't want nothing to do with that man's fucking Damien sperm. And the thing is, these, apart from Rose, the other babies chose their name. And he said his name's Damien, and I was like, are you sure you want to be Damien? Because, you know, Damien's a little bit of the Antichrist type of thing. And he was like, my name's Damien. And his dad's name's Devon. So I just accepted that if you want to be called, if you're saying to me that your name's Damien, I will get the plaque in loving memory of Damien. And I held him while I was in Bali 10 days ago, and cried with him and accepted him as my son. All right. So today, and I was going to go to the toy shop and spend about £250 on toys. And I was thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do with these toys? Because I don't, if my kids see toys, they're going to want the toys, isn't it? They've got their own toys, believe me. They have their own money to buy their own toys. They've got like a little Go Henry card, a bank card, and I put money on there every week. So they get what they want to get. But if they see toys in the house, they would do that. And I didn't want that to be the case. So when I was shopping last week, Saturday, at Primark, I was at the till, and they've got like these little bits and bobs by the till in the shop. And I heard one of the children say to me, because I hear stuff, we want those, mummy. And I said, those? But they're only £1 and £2. Why do you want those? I was literally just leaving Primark to go to Mr. Smith's toy shop. And they said, no, we want those. And I said, no, they're not good enough. And she says to me, I want to say Rose, but she says to me, but you bought them for Tywayne and Shay Shay. They're my youngest 2. And I did. I bought Tywayne and Shay Shay one of these each the other day, because it's like a little stocking fulfiller, you know what I mean? It's not their birthday, it's not any occasion or whatever, but if I'm out and about, I always pick up things, even if it's socks or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I picked up these with some Greg's pizzas or whatever. And my son's autistic. We're all autistic in my house, to be fair. So he likes that sticky stuff. Yeah, and they like when these bounce down the stairs, you know, the little bouncy things. So they said, oh, you bought them for Tywayne and Shay Shay. And I thought, you know what, I did. You saw that. because I bought these before I went to Bali, and I was like, "Where you saw that?" You know. So I'm going down to the graveyard today to do a little ceremony, and I will record it. But before I do, because I want to do my eyelashes right now, this girl has come on YouTube this morning. Her name is, and I'll just quickly turn it around. Also, my TV, and my windows, my mirrors and that might have little splatters on there because I grease myself with spray oil. I put oil in these kind of bottles, and that's what I spray on myself. So when I'm spraying up myself with oil, I'm not really looking where it's going. Do you know what I mean? So it's literally everywhere. I do wipe up, don't get me wrong, because obviously the whole place would be greasy if I did it. But I just caught a glimmer this morning, but I have wiped down my windows since then. But you know, I'm just forewarning because I'm very OCD, but I'm trying not to be OCD. So my ancestors just keep telling me to just can't. There's literally a pigeon or bird outside the window. How nice. Sorry, I will stop mid-conversation just to recognize a bird or something. Do you know what I mean? Because the ancestors speak in so many ways. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And a lot of the time, I just sit here looking out my window, wondering and pondering. And that's what I'm manifesting for my life. I want to spend the rest of my life wondering and pondering about the universe. Because the more I sit down and wonder and ponder with myself, the more I learn about the universe and myself. Everything is from within. And I'm unlocking codes like nobody's business. I want to say blood clot business, but I'm trying to be good. Sasha wants to come out though. Yeah, I wanna literally just sit and wonder and ponder because I think it's the most divine thing to do. Just wonder and ponder. So without further ado, I'll turn this around so you can see it. And while you're watching this, like I said, I'm gonna do my eyelashes. So I do want to give her flowers because I'm not taking credit for anybody's intellectual property. Yeah. So I want to give you her name first. So this reading is called "You Are the Comeback Kid, You're Unstoppable," and her name is Ascended Feminine Tarot. And this was recorded 14 hours ago. She put this on YouTube 14 hours ago. So again, I do everything live. Yeah, I do try to do everything live so that it's not kind of like, oh, you pre-recorded that and you've encouraged them or you've called them up. This woman's in America. Obviously, I don't know her. And most of the tarot readings are all over the world. And I think that's the beautiful thing about it. Yeah, because it's about not confirming what I'm saying, but just giving you a perspective that some of the things that I'm talking about might seem out the box, might even seem crazy. I have already been sectioned under the Section 2 Mental Health Act, so I do have a history of mental health. Yeah, so I'm trying to ascertain, is this a mental health condition or is this a conscious expansion? Am I just part of the new human being and I'm just developing, quicker than someone else next to me? Or maybe there's a bag of you out there been waiting for me to talk my talk so you can get online and start talking your talk, because it's not about tarot cards anymore. It's not about readings anymore. It's about Gnostics. It's about you knowing for yourself and unlocking some of these ancient codes. We got a job to do. Let's go. Let's go. And I'm looking for my clan right now. The Almighty has said there's a bunch of people that are like you on this planet, but I have to put myself out there first for them to know that it's time. Well, you know what, people? It's blood clot time. Wakey, 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 wakey. I don't know what's the matter with this blood clot thing. Let me move this. I don't know why I'm always trying to move the circle. Why don't you move the top? Okay.
From there's nothing that can come in your way. There's nothing that can come in the way of you and your success, your victory, your evolution. There's nothing that can come in the way of that. Ooh, we have a whole bunch of cards that just fell out, so let's address them all. These are the oracle before we go into the tarot. So the first card that came out was blame, you guys. So I'm seeing that you guys could have been in a situation where someone who may have intentionally tried to hurt you, tried to put you down. For some of you guys, it could have been a toxic relationship, someone who tried to get you sucked into a really toxic cycle with them. It could have been even a toxic family, a toxic workplace even. I'm saying that someone took your vulnerability as a weakness. Maybe your willingness to be open, your willingness to be close, your willingness to share, intimate details of your life.
Yeah.
Or I heard bare your heart and soul to somebody. Someone took this as a weakness. So I'm seeing collective that someone assumed that when they got you to a point of weakness, so to say, that you would stay stuck somewhere with the blame card. It's like almost as if I'm hearing that like this person wanted to be the blame for that. They didn't want to take accountability for it, but they wanted to be the reason why you were stuck somewhere, why you were stuck in a certain energy. And I can see that here with the pride card coming out. This is someone who you were dealing with who had a lot of pride, collective, someone who maybe could be a little bit narcissistic.
My ex-husband.
At the very least, someone who is just extremely egoic,
with no heart.
If this is someone
like
that you are
like the
dating
lion
or
from
were
Wizard
dating,
of Oz.
hopefully you were, past tense. This is someone who has like an avoidant attachment style, either dismissive avoidant. I'm getting more so dismissive avoidant over fearful avoidant, but I'm picking up on somebody collective who felt a lot of pride and joy in being able to control your emotional state, and being able to dictate your moods even. And this could be, for some of you guys, I'm getting heavily the workplace also, but as a, I always say it could also be family and friends. Just take it as it resonates. Don't get too caught up on the relationship titles. Right.
The workplace resonates to me because we worked together. We were both head teachers. And before I moved into my school, I was like the deputy, and I also taught at his school. So we set up schools, like independent schools and free schools, okay? So that's the background. I'm a former head teacher and education consultant. So when she's saying what she's saying, that makes sense to me for my own story.
Right. So I'm saying with the Pride card collective that someone also may have thought that they had you in the bag. Someone could have seen a shift in your energy or a change in your energy since they came into contact with you. And with the Pride card, I definitely did say that I was getting some sort of like very narcissistic person, because this person felt good about the fact that they were the ones who were able to shift your energy for the worse. So this is a toxic partner who was just like, yeah, like, if I ruin collective's day, if I ignore them, or if I ignore their needs. So for some of you guys, you could have told somebody exactly what you needed in a connection, in a workplace,
and
in a
didn't do nothing
whatever
about
it was.
Man.
You could have told them exactly what you needed. Yeah. And with the Pride card, I'm getting that they intentionally withheld certain things from you because they knew that that was exactly what you wanted, right? So I'm seeing collective, we have the failure card out. So I am getting strongly that this is a connection that either recently ended, or if it wasn't like super recent, I'm seeing like over the past year, you could have ended a connection with someone, ended a contract, stopped working with someone, stopped, interacting with someone, whatever it was. And this person kind of saw you throwing in the towel as you accepting defeat. So someone saw you change, as I stated, someone saw you change, and we do have the change card at the bottom, but we'll address that in a second. Someone saw that you changed, someone saw that you shifted, someone felt proud of the fact that they were able to affect you and your self-esteem, your motivation for.
Last year I went into the mental health hospital, so that's what she's talking
happy
about.
To be the person that was able to control your moods, whether you were able to get up out of bed in the morning, whether you had a good day is what I'm hearing. So collective, once you accepted the failure of a situation, the failure of a relationship, someone thought that that would literally change the trajectory of your life for the worse, is what I'm picking up on. So we have the change card coming out. So collective, I'm seeing that there's something about you or a certain behavior that has someone very shook. You did not stay down for as long as someone thought you would. I'm getting collective, but this is a toxic relationship. This is someone who was very much like used to you
submitting,
crying, or maybe even begging, maybe being a little bit desperate, trying to get this person to hear you out, to understand you, trying to get this person to empathize with you. I'm seeing a lot of over explaining on your end, collective, and someone loved that about you, that you would over explain yourself, your intentions, your emotions. Someone loves seeing you in this very desperate energy.
And then he would sit there looking at me dumb-faced. I'm saying, such man, I need help with the kids. It's me, one. We both do the same job. You go to work, I go to work. You're leaving out early and I'm left to get all the kids ready and drop them off at school. I got some in secondary school, some in primary school, some in nursery. Yeah? The bigger ones that are at college can take themselves. Babe, I come home from work, he sits on the settee, I'm cooking, cleaning, getting everybody ready for bed. I'm like, what the fuck? And these are over the years, and it didn't matter how many times I'm talking to him about this shit. He'd sit there, dumb face, or tell me, yeah. I'm going to do better. He was playing me. That's all he did was play me, but you played yourself, you blood clot, because you're rotting into the core right now. Literally, physically, in the 5D, you are rotting. Because everything you did to me has already been done to you. Really. But let's go.
And I'm seeing that you switched up. Something about your response has switched up. So if someone is used to hearing from you after an argument, they have not heard from you. If someone is used to you throwing in the towel and just surrendering to them, you have not done that. There's something about you breaking a cycle with somebody, and they did not see that coming, is what I'm getting. So we have the discipline card out as well. You guys are extremely dedicated and disciplined to this new version, to this comeback. A lot of you guys I'm hearing you guys are taking this very personal. I heard you have a vendetta, and it has nothing to do with this person. Of course, you guys could be hurt by somebody, but I'm saying, collective, the type of person that you are, you almost, it sounds really weird to say, but it's like you almost love when people hurt you, when they get you fucked up, when they underestimate you, when they betray you, because you know that for some of you guys, pain is your best motivator. Pain is your best is the best energy, or the most potent energy for you to transmute, is what I'm getting. So some of you guys, while yes, you could be heartbroken, while yes, you could be so sad that someone has, you see how I'm smiling? So you could be so,
I'm so sorry. I have to show you something, okay? She's 100% correct, and I'm going to provide an evidence receipt for it, okay? So you can see that it says I'm going to try and cover his full name. Yeah, but you can see the date there is June 25th. This is 2025, okay? I'm going to read you the last email I sent to this man. All right, just to put what she's saying into clarification. And I will show you the email so you can see that I'm reading it verbatim. It says, thank you for your message. To clarify, the items I left, because he's called the police on me because I've gone and dropped some stuff down for the kids, because he's got my kids. The courts have awarded this wall up, my kids, but the courts and them are involved. The Freemasons, you name it. There's loads of videos on it. To clarify, the items I left were dropped off in a safe and visible location near your vehicle. There was no attempt at contact, and I did not approach your property with any hostility. The household lights were off, and there was no movement. The premises appeared to be empty at the time. Your claim that this caused you distress appears inconsistent with the circumstances observed. To clarify, I contacted the contact centre earlier today and requested they liaise with you regarding the delivery. As it was after hours and I had not received a response, and knowing that I would not be seeing the children for at least 6 to 8 weeks, I acted in the children's best interest by ensuring they received the personal items they requested. There is no court matter presently active, and I have no intention of engaging in unnecessary correspondence or escalating matters where none exist. I have continued to comply with the agreed arrangements through the appropriate channels. Further attempts to reframe simply child-focused actions and personal infringements will not receive ongoing attention. So I'm saying his further actions to try and make me out to be some really bad person, like I'm coming to his house and I'm running him down and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. No such thing, babe. I'm going to have a tummy tuck. I won't be seeing my children for a few weeks. They've asked me what they want. I just want to make sure that they've got the bag of toys and stuff that they've asked for. Period. What's the problem? I've left the bag by your car. But it's with some big email, yeah, which I won't read. But he's with some big email. Police, you know, this is what he likes to do: create a massive mountain out of a little tiny coffee cup, basically. Yeah, because it's a puppy show. But this is me at the end. I have continued to comply with the agreed arrangements through the appropriate channels. Further attempts to reframe simple, child-focused actions and personal infringements will not receive ongoing attention. Just so we are clear, you are in fact dead to me. Okay? Just so we are clear, you are dead to me. So obviously he tried to email me. You can see his face there. Oh, you probably shouldn't see his face, but he's tried to email me time and time after that. I've not responded. I don't even business if he's sending me things about the kids. I delete, push the emails to one side, or just leave them in the inbox. So some are in the archive and some are here, and some I've deleted. Bab, you can't. I don't talk to dead people. I do talk to dead people, but I don't talk to the wicked people. Do you get what I'm trying to say? He cannot have another conversation. But once I made that ultimate decision to really put my foot down and say, this man is dead, I don't want anything to do with him. I will be not moving any energy in his way whatsoever. And I'm very, very conscious of it. So even when I'm talking about him now, I'm very, very conscious that even though his name's coming up, which is why I call him such man. Yeah? Because if I call him such man, then the universe don't even know who I'm chatting about really. It could be any man. Yeah? Because he is any man. He's the community man. Yeah? The community man. So go be the community man, because I'm not interested. I'm a mermaid siren, and I'm ready to step into my power and step into my energy and really, really, really make some waves on this universe. Because you guess what? Human beings are being abused every single day. And as far as I'm concerned, these crimes against humanity need to stop. So I can't be running around wasting time on petty people that don't even have brain capacity to understand that what they're doing to me, they're actually doing to themselves. Crack on. All right, so we're going to crack on. We're only going to go into 10 minutes of this, so we can probably pick it up at the next reading, because I'm so excited about going down the graveyard. But I've got one or two things to do in the house. Probably maybe I could have a cup of tea actually. I might have a cup of tea before I leave. So let me go downstairs, I'll make a cup of tea, and I'll leave this playing and then come back up, all right?
Sad that someone has left you. You could be so sad that, you know, you're finally realizing someone's deceptive ways. You're finally realizing how deceptive someone has been, how rude and narcissistic and mean and egoic someone is. You're finally realizing how this whole time that you've been meeting someone with kindness and care and empathy, you're realizing that they've always been so calculated and weird towards you, collective. I'm seeing that all of that is so painful, but it's just like, damn.
Yeah,
all
alchemize.
Of this pain, do you know what you're
Bring
about to
it on. Give me
I'm
wings.
about to show you all the 2 cards that just came out.
Go on. Please have wings.
So,
please have wings.
This was your energy.
Yes, it was.
When you left this person,
yes, it was.
sad,
5 of Pentacles,
distraught,
left
crying.
out in the
cold.
cold.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I'm saying some of you guys could have shown this to whoever this was. You could have shown that you were sad and down, but that's because you're human and you're not afraid of your emotions. You're not afraid to show that something has hurt you, that someone has disappointed you. And there's something about you looking as if you walked away defeated. Remember, we got the failure card. So I'm saying someone thought that you taking an L, you putting up your white flag, you walking away sad and looking down with your head down and hanging low.
So this is when the court awarded him full custody of my children. But I already knew that was going to happen. I took my children to court because Spirit and the ancestors, they keep me 10 steps ahead of the game. He explained to my kids, listen kids, you're going with your dad. I said, Shay, I want you to spend daddy's money, and Taiwan, I want you to listen and learn. Yeah, and mommy will come and get you. The Almighty had already told me weeks before, quack, quack. I was like, what's quack, quack? It was like, quack, quack. I was like, the old quack, quack. And then I heard 5 little ducks went swimming one day, and I've got 5 children. And it says, when Mama Duck says quack, 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 all 5 kids come back. And the Almighty said, don't worry about nothing. You get what I'm trying to say? So when I walked out of court, it was like after 6, the court was closed. We were the last case coming out. He's got a bag of people with him. Everybody's on his side. I stand on my side alone because God is alone. God is alone, and I'm not afraid to stand alone. I will stand alone because I hold big guns behind me. So when we've come out there, everybody's there. He's got some gal there. He's got some Obia man there. I can already read them like that. Them things, you should have seen their face when they seen me. They cowered when they saw me. And I saw their responses when they saw me. But they weren't my interest anyway. I've looked at her up and down and made her know, yeah, I see ya, but you ain't no interest to me. And carried on to my children, gone over there, hugged them up. Yo, babies, come. Mommy, can we go? I said, listen, you're going to go with daddy now, remember? Remember mommy said you're going with daddy? So she said, yeah. I said, listen, remember what mommy said, okay? You spend daddy's money and you listen and learn, all right, sweetheart, and make sure you be good. And mommy will see you soon, all right? So I've hugged them and I've kissed them. My big daughter, she's old enough to make her own decision. She don't want not a Ross to do with him. And we've left the courts on that particular day, and I've gone to the champagne lounge and I've bought myself a glass of champagne. And I've sat down and I've celebrated myself because I really did good. Yeah? Then we had to go back to court again for some fuckery bit, and this time they feel like they've won me, they've bested me. So instead of at 6 o'clock at night them going about their business, I've gone to the toilet, spoke to my ancestors and in the toilet, washed my face and everything, because there's no crying going on, because I already know what's going on. So then when I've come out, it's night time, I've come out of the court and it's night time. Why are they all still standing there congregating? Why is such man hiding behind a wall? I can see him and feel him in my energy. And I've turned around to them and I said, yeah, have a good night, get home safe. And I've just carried on trotting and gone to my wine bar around the corner because I'm a member of Loki's wine bar. You can't best me, man. So what they think is a defeat because you think you've taken something from me is not a defeat. You haven't taken anything from me, babe, because my children do not belong to me. They belong to the Almighty. They come through me, not from me. And it's taken a long time to learn and understand that. But I understand it down to a T. The only person I need to worry about is me. And by worrying about me and putting me first, making sure that my needs are done, making sure that my spiritual health is up, my emotional health is up, and my mental health is up, babe, the whole world gets replenished. Because when my energy bursts out of me, yeah, whether that be through an animal avatar or an energy burst, or I'm opening up galaxies and vortexes in my room, I'm helping the planet. I'm raising the frequencies and the vibrational standard of the planet, Bab. So automatically I'm helping my children, but not just them, humanity. Because we are energetic beings, we are spiritual beings before we are physical beings, and right now they've got us sleeping. And that's why I say wakey wakey. It really is time to wake up. Wakey wakey.
And that you were done for, but the next card that came out was the strength card. You walked away from this person as like the most powerful form of self-love. You walked away from a situation because you fully understood what was on the other side of this breakdown or breakthrough. You fully understood it. So I'm seeing you guys are actually revealing yourself as very smart. Someone who was calculated towards you, collective, is now feeling as though you have always been really calculated towards them. And it's because of the way that you are showing up right now with the strength card. You guys are showing up, you guys are getting to work. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, you guys. You guys are, oops, sorry, Mike. You guys are getting to absolute work with the Eight of Pentacles card. You guys are not wasting any time at all. You guys have put your head down. You guys are getting to the bag is what I heard specifically. You're getting back to yourself. Wow, this is such beautiful energy, you guys. With the Strength card, you guys are getting back to yourself. Not only are you getting back to yourself, but it's like you're making up for lost time too. And you're also evolving into someone that this person never expected you to evolve into. Like I said, this person expected you to kind of go away and sit down. And this is a toxic relationship. This is someone who always wanted to have access to you. And they wanted to do this by breaking you down and breaking your self-esteem down to the point where they could always have access to you when they wanted. But I'm saying this person didn't think that there would ever be a moment. That's what I'm saying. It feels calculated to somebody. It feels as if you were planning this the whole time, as if you were in on it, as if you were smarter than them in some way, shape, or form, because it's just like, it kind of, someone feels bamboozled by you, collective. Someone feels as though the collective used me in a certain way, or did collective like do all of this on purpose? Because the way that you bounce back has someone feeling as though you were in on it the whole time, because this is something that someone has never seen before. They've never seen someone. I'm seeing collective. So we also have the Seven of Wands coming out also. So I'm seeing that you guys, like I said, you immediately got to work. You immediately got to getting back to you. You know, if this is a relationship, a breakup, whatever it was, it's like you guys immediately, you wasted no time getting right back into the groove of yourself. If this is a relationship that caused you to lose yourself, a workplace, a family dynamic that caused you, you know, a lot of depression and anxiety and, you know, just losing yourself and your identity, I'm seeing that collective, you were so happy to get back to that. So when whatever this is ended, I'm saying you're the type of person, collective, where you have to maybe hate someone before you leave. You have to absolutely despise an environment. Or for some of you guys, the different perspective is that some of you guys have to squeeze everything out of an experience before you move on. So even if it looks or it appears as if you are getting the short end of the stick in that moment, like let's say you are in a relationship with someone who is not the best, or they feel like they have the upper hand, or you know, a family member feels like they have the upper hand, a boss feels like they have the upper hand, I'm sorry, whatever it is. In that moment, it always feels like the other person has the upper hand. But collective, you or your higher self have such a higher understanding of what this means for you, as far as transmuting your energy and quantum leaping, identity shifting, manifesting. It's like you understand that if you can go to the depths of hell with your emotions, that is so much transmutation, that is so much alchemy. It's like as above, so below. So if someone makes you feel so low, collective, you understand that at the very opposite end of that spectrum is something for you to reap from that. So it's like, collectives, someone feels as though you allowed them to do this. Someone is now feeling powerless. Someone feels like, was I as powerless? Was I, you know, that guy or that girl? Because it seems like collective had no problem moving on. It seems like collective had no problem getting back to themselves. Like I said, this person believed that after you moved on from them, that you would be right back in the same place where they left you. But with the Five of Pentacles, it's easy to assume with the Five of Pentacles energy that someone is going to want to return back to where they were than to be left out in the cold. But this is where someone didn't really fully understand you, collective. This is someone, collective, who probably met you at a point where you were probably taking a break from maybe evolving and growing, or maybe you were in the middle of becoming. So this is someone who didn't really understand you. They didn't understand that when it comes to this transmutation game, this alchemy game, when it comes to getting back to you, when it comes to growing and evolving and changing and using your pain and you know, adversity as fuel, as motivators, they don't know you. They really don't know you. They don't know how you get down. So someone didn't even realize that them giving you a hard time was actually setting you up for the greatest upgrade of your life.
I'm back.
And some of you guys, like I said, even if it wasn't conscious, even if you guys didn't consciously understand why, like, chances, or why do I keep accepting the BS, why do I keep letting this person hurt me, you know, even if you didn't understand it in that moment, I'm seeing that, collective, you learned such a valuable lesson. And the thing about you, collective, is when you learn something one time,
that's it.
You never have to learn
it again. I'm not that person.
There's something about you.
I don't even have to go through the lesson to learn from it.
Out of an experience, so that you don't have to.
I can see you go through it. I know that's not for me. Straight away, that's not for me.
You know, using you or draining you or whatever it is, you were learning. You were learning. You were taking notes. You were literally jotting it down, even if it wasn't conscious.
You don't realize how much writing I do, like literally, not even subconsciously, on every level.
And you were sitting here like, damn, that's crazy. They just betrayed me, but I know what that looks like, so it'll never happen again. And I'm seeing somebody really thought shit was sweet with you.
Even with regards to the Bible.
You may have not been reacting. You may have not been saying anything, but you're a true student to Life Collective is what I'm getting. Especially with the Eight of Pentacles. You guys are
I do courses, I run my businesses. This intellectual brain, when you tap into spirit, it's like fucking Lucy. Yeah? You can do anything and everything all at the same time sometimes.
You know how sometimes at work, you guys, and that was the one thing that I could not stand about like corporate America, was that so many people have this like major ego. It's like, I don't care enough to come into this office and meet you with some sort of weird ego. I don't care to hop into a relationship with you to meet you with my ego. The point of me stepping into experiences is to meet myself. That's the difference between you and a lot of people collective.
I meet myself.
Is that you step into experiences to get a deeper understanding of self.
Yeah.
And a lot of other people that you interact with, a lot of these people who thought that they had the upper hand, stepped into connections with you to exert dominance over you and your energy. Because there's something about you being very grounded. The Queen of Pentacles has been sitting in my lap. There's something about you being very grounded. When people meet you, collective, you're very grounded and stable in your own energy. So you could be the person, collective, where you're the person at work who you don't really care to interact with people. You come to work, you do your job, and you leave. But that's very intimidating to people who, you know, come to work.
They want to chat people business.
They don't have friends or a life outside of work, so they need to set up, you know, these weird hierarchies and social dynamics in work, and they need to exert dominance.
But remember, I'm the leadership. Any school that I go in, I always take a leadership position. But I still get that energy, you know. I don't sit and mingle, man. I'll have fun, don't get me wrong, I'm very social, but
that shouldn't be fucked with. Like, I'm saying, you don't come into relationships like that. You come in whole, and you come in with an understanding of who you are, and that you would assume that would make people calm down.
Respect, but it doesn't.
Intimidated.
It doesn't.
Because it makes people say subconsciously, what do you think is so good about you that you don't have to prove yourself, when I spend my entire life and existence trying to prove myself to other people?
But you shouldn't be.
So I'm seeing collective that
all you should be proving yourself is to the divine, and that's what I do. I spend my time trying to be the best I can for God.
You came in so stable. You came in so whole. You came in so rooted and grounded in who you were and your mission in this lifetime, which again is to learn more about yourself. Learn more about your higher self. Yeah. To get closer to God. The timelines that you are trying to access. It's like you don't lose sight of your goal and your mission for anybody.
No.
So it's like, I'm seeing collective that someone really, someone would have only respected you if you retaliated in some way. So let's say someone cheated on you. Someone wanted you to cheat back. Now,
to lower my standards, you know.
In the workplace disrespected you, they wanted you to disrespect them back. But you were so grounded in your energy, collective. You never matched someone's energy. So it made them feel like you were either dumb or stupid, or they were just a more dominant energy. When your dominance, collective, came from you being grounded in your identity.
That is true. That is true. What she just said.
That's why I'm saying that this person was shook by the fact that you had gone through so much with them, that they put you through so much hell, and you were immediately able to return back to yourself. It was because you never lost sight.
I never lost myself.
You never lost sight of, even if you were immersed fully in an experience, which is usually the point. And I said that already. That's the point. That's the whole entire point of why you do the things that you do, why you choose the people.
Even when I know someone's come in my life and it's a mission, and I know that the Almighty has said to me, listen, this is a demon warlock, and I need you to go into a relationship with them and sleep with them with no protection. Do you understand where I'm coming from? It can be a very, very, very scary thing, but the Almighty knows what he's doing, and I trust what he's doing. And because they keep me 10 steps ahead, I trust the process. I really do trust the process. So even knowing all of that, you know, this is a demon. This guy wants me fucking dead. I'm not just talking about such man, you know. I'm talking about even after such man. I've got the receipts and whatever, and we'll go through them because I literally wrote the book on all 5 of them. And I have to go into these situations knowing that this is a fuck nigga, yeah. Knowing that this pussyhole is working with my ex, knowing that he's part of the Freemasons, knowing blah 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 blah, knowing that he's got, one of them's got 9 baby mothers, the fucky. These guys are on drugs, they're on fucking everything, man, and demon time. And I've still got to go in there and literally fall in love for real, for real. And it is butter too, don't get me wrong, but I have to fall in love too. I have to put myself in that situation 110% and have my heart broken every time. And I've cried every time my heart's broken. And I've alchemized the energy every single time. And I've seen how much I've grown and how much I've developed and whatever every single time. Every single time, man. You know, I even told Trigger 2, Jason Warner. I went to school with him, so I knew him from like 11 years of age. So there was a little bit of safety when he came in. And I knew that there was somebody coming in better after him. But I was even willing, I told him that I know somebody's coming in after you. But if you're serious with me, Jay, and you know, fuck all the fuckery that you're going on with, and you want to just do this properly, then I'll be willing to sacrifice whatever that future is just to build on this, because I know I'm comfortable with and I know that I can train, I can sort him out. My energy is big enough to bring him to a place where he's divine, because he's divine anyway. I saw this man's suit, his skin is layered with codes. Listen, his skin is layered with codes. You either know or you don't know. You get what I'm trying to say? He's one of the Marvel heroes. So because I've seen certain things on him, I've seen his lineage, I've seen his Akashic records, I know what tribes and everything he comes from, and I'm telling him this information. Because from your sleep with me, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're an open book anyway, but the intercourse, I mean, the how many generations, you know, so I'm saying this to him, but yet still he still chose the karmic. So my ancestors were like, right, he's gone in the shower, get his phone, look for the name Shov, SHO, show. Look for the name Show in the phone, because it already showed me the name Show just when I was passing. Bring up the messages. So the messages are you still coming to the the scan? So my girl's pregnant, you know. My girl's pregnant. He's giving me all this gassing, you know. Oh, his brother cheats on his girlfriend all the time. Remember, I've known this boy from 11 years of age. He was in the same year as my children's father. You know what I'm saying? So it's not today and tomorrow that I know him. I know him. And all he's doing is gassing me, which I know anyway. But I'm telling him, listen, allow all of that. Are we doing this? Yeah, we're doing this. But it's just bare gift cast, because I already know my ancestors have come through. So he's gone in the shower and I've gone on his phone. I've asked him to take the lock off his phone because I need a number out of there, because we were working on something the day before. So he's unlocked the phone, not even thinking. So I've brought up what I need, the ancestors. We've took pictures of it and we've given back the phone. While he's still in the shower, my ancestors will say, right, get a bag now and start to pack up his stuff. So I'm packing up all his clothes, every little belonging that he's got in my house, I'm packing up and I put on the bed ready for him. He don't know he's leaving my house for the last time. I do. I've even made the man a cup of tea and some toast before he's on his way out and dropped him off. There's no hard feelings, babe. Once the war is finished and the mission is done, it's done. Yeah? And that was it. I gave you an opportunity to be with me and allow all the fuckeries, and we just ascend together. And you're still on fucking demon time, so is what it is, isn't it? And just like that, smooth transition. And when he come out the shower, he come over to me, and I stood on the bed like this, and the chest of drawer was in front, and I said, pass your phone, because when he came out the shower, he picked up his phone. I said, pass your phone, and he come and stood next to me, and I said, open up your phone. And he did, and I went in the phone and I pulled up the message that I'd already taken a picture of, and I just handed it to him, and he just went. He just bent his head down. I said, babe, I said, your things are on the bed, packed up. Do you get what I'm saying? Get ready to go. I said, are you hungry? He said, I am. I said, all right, I'll make you some tea and toast. Made him some tea and toast and dropped him off with his bag. Street boy. Yeah, I'm trying to say, like, it's okay. I know anyway, and what I don't know, I will know. That much is assured. Yeah, I'm saying that much is assured. So right about now, going through all of those, because he's not the only one. I've had to go through that 5 times with these. Plus there's other little things that come in. I went to Jamaica 2 weeks ago. I was in Jamaica on the 7th of October to the 14th of October. The Almighty's like, I need you to go over there because I need you to do some work on the land. You got some ritual dances that they put me in. So I went out there. Winds, fire, you name it, hurricanes going on. I'm thinking, keke, well, you know anyway, because obviously the hurricane sector 5 hit them, innit? And category 5 hit them and just wiped out the whole of Jamaica. But my family's from Jamaica. And I toured Jamaica while I was there, from Negril all the way to Kingston with this guy that had come in. He's a Freemason. His brother's a Mason. They got the rings on. So, and also I've got a recording on my phone of the guy telling me that the guy's a Mason. Where did I have that recording? On this phone or that phone, Spirit? Wait, let me see. Oh, that's his video, is that? Let me see if this is the video. It won't let me play because my storage is so full. Oh no. Oh fuck shit, how you mean? Blood clot. It will let me play, but that's the wrong bloody video. Thank you. My word. Honestly, it's been doing this the whole time. To bomb clot. It don't matter. It don't matter. I got so excited, honestly, because my phone, honestly, I just, oh, so annoying. But I've got that much information and data saved. Obviously my storage is full, innit? But there's a video on the phone of me speaking to a guy from who's on the beach, talking about how these men's are Freemason. And I wanted to play it for you, but if it's not in this video, we'll catch it on the next video because it's not going nowhere. And yeah, so I went to Jamaica expecting to meet some Freemasons, and I went to Jamaica expecting to meet a man that was going to tell me that he's got this, that, and whatever for me, and I did. The guy that I met, him and his family own the biggest boat leisure, tourism boat company on that part of Negril on Bloody Bay Beach. And he's treated me nice. He's made sure that my needs are met, me and my daughter, you know what I'm saying, and everything else. And he's took us to Rich Cafe, he's dropped us home. Then he's took us to Jungle nightclub. Then he's dropped us home, picked us up in the morning, took us to Timu shop, took us to Sheen shop, drove us to the cannabis farm where they've got all different whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all good. I get it. You know what I'm saying? He's got a 9-bedroom house. He wants me to move in. You know what I'm saying? It's all gas. It's all gas, but we go along with it. Wrapped him up, blood. I've left that nigga in love with me. He's literally stuck in time. I bitched him. The man turned around to me and asked me how old was I when I left Jamaica. When I say my ancestors were killing it, I was like, straight raw Jamaican. You understand? And I went Jamaica at 15 years of age and toured Jamaica. So I know Jamaica very, very well. I know Jamaica better than I even knew I knew it. I told him, yo, go down there. This is where my auntie lives in St. Anne's. I know this stretch. Me and my cousin used to sneak out and go to a little red stripe bar down the road. And he said, yeah, man, there's a little bar down there for true. I said, I know. It's a red stripe bar. It's not just any bar. The label on it is red stripe. So when you went down there, you see the whole bar's red stripe. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, not any bar. It's the red stripe bar. So then we've gone further down the road. And I'm like, nah, man, this feels familiar. And I'm like, is this Runaway Bay? And it's like, no. Like he's telling me, no, this ain't Runaway Bay. When I look over the man's shoulder, you see Runaway Police Station. I say, you're a blood clot, you idiot. You know what I'm saying? You're a blood clot, you idiot. You're chatting your mouth off and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I'm just killing him in power. So in the end, I'm like, you come to me and you're trying to present yourself like some king. You're not no king. You're the fucking butler. So guess what? Drive the blood clot car and build a spliff at the same time. Man's driving at 80 miles an hour with no hands on the Jamaica roads, building up my spliff. You don't know, blood. Don't play. Literally, like, he laughed at himself. I cussed him out. You know when someone's cussing you and what they're telling you is the truth, but it's also quite funny. He's laughing. I said, he said, listen. I said, look at you got me cussing you out. He said, nah, man, I love the cussing. I said, listen, Don't tell me that you love the cussing, because if you tell me that you love the cussing, I don't have no boundaries and I don't have no filter. When my mouth starts to go, that's it. It's on, and it's like, man, carry on, wait. By the end of it, man didn't even want to chat to me too tough. Man's feelings were hurt, because I'll rip up all your records, mate, all your records, and give you back. At one point, he turned around to me and said, "My God, you're just like Miss Rose." I said, "Who's Miss Rose?" I'm not registered on this holiday at Miss Rose. My name's still in my marriage name. My passport is. So who's Rose? He's gone, you just reminding me of Miss Rose. I said, my nanny Miss Rose died over 20 years ago, and I'm exactly like her, and she's the woman who walks with me. But how do you know that? You get what I'm saying? They know that I'm coming. They know I'm coming, and I know I'm going. You know, and it's a game. It's like a cat and mouse game being on these missions. And I've been Africa twice this year. I've been Istanbul. I should have gone Nigeria in November, but my visa didn't come through. But my ancestors had no intention of sending me there. They were sending me to Bali. So I've ended up in Dubai, then Bali, come back. You know what I mean? I'm going obviously Peru next year. And to be honest, the little downloads I'm getting, I might be going somewhere before Christmas. But every time I go, it's a mission to slay a blood clot dragon. Don't get it twisted. But I have fun in the meantime. You know. So, me with my little sexy body, because I've gone and had some work done, because since I was 17, I had my first baby. I'd never wore a bikini. So now you can't stop me. So I'm going to the gym today. Yeah. I'm going to the gym today. I don't know if I should show you, but this is my bikini. This is all, yeah, this and this, yeah, 2 strings, because I'm sexy enough up now. There's no stopping me. There's nothing holding me back. And the fact that I'm so confident and I'm so empowered and I feel so good in my body, spiritually I feel amazing in my body. Everything else had to be sorted out before the physical. The physical has been the last step. But I had to go through the healing on every single body first, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, euphorically, celestially. I had to ascend until I literally was born again. And now I just feel like a new baby. I feel like a new baby. I feel like a virgin, a new baby. Like I ain't had a man yet. In this body, yeah, in this frame of mind, in this energy, I have not had a partner. The last time I slept with somebody was the 10th of May 2023. So I'm new. And I'm not looking to be with nobody until I've got my new. I've even got it tattooed on my body. My kingdom spouse. It's a serious thing. And it's coming because I feel with him, me and him enjoy each other in the 5D all the time. You get what I'm trying to say? I've got a job to do. He's got a job to do. Crack on. I never met him in the 5D, but I know when I do, I will know him because I know that soul. Yeah? So anyway, let me finish my tea and you can get back to the reading.
That you choose while you embark on the journey that you embark in, because you want to learn, you fully immerse yourself in experiences and you bare your heart and soul to people so that your soul and your spirit can learn the lessons so that you can ascend.
It's ascending.
That's the point.
That's the point, baby.
But people didn't get that about
they
you.
Don't
so
get
like
it.
I said, someone was confused as to how you could be so immersed in an experience, how you could be so vulnerable, but then still come out and go right back to work. Yeah. Someone's like, how? How did you come out of an abusive relationship and go right back to popping your shit? I heard, what's up, baby shit, me? I'm saying that the next time somebody sees you guys collective, they're just like, what the fuck? The last time I saw you, you were literally crying over me. You were literally begging me.
I don't think so.
To treat you right. You were literally, like, I'm seeing you guys. Someone thinks you were acting. Someone thinks it was a bit for you.
It is acting.
You were fully immersed in it.
But it is a fully immersed experience.
But it's like collective. If this was you, if this was you begging for someone to treat you right, begging for communication, begging for the bare minimum, you had to do that so that you know not to do it again.
Yeah.
You had to do that and watch this person hurt and betray you and withdraw from you and continue to breadcrumb you and give you nothing so that you could learn to not do it again. Yeah. And you are okay with that is what I'm seeing. Like, you don't have any animosity towards this person even. Like, you're okay with that. You're okay with the fact that you had to learn that lesson because you understand that it's time for you to transmute the experience, and you know that you get rewarded for that. So I'm saying that has motivated you times like 1,000 to continue on your journey. So we have the Six of Pentacles coming out, you guys. So I'm seeing, I heard thank you for your service, thank you for your time, thank you for your energy. Someone feels like you use them for their energy, collective, which is ironic because someone was trying to do that to you. Someone was trying to put you in a position to make you feel as though you were being used, as if you were the one who had the shorter end of the stick. But I'm seeing, collective, you were just like, oh, thank you for the experience. Now I'm going to take the energy that you gave me, even though it's shit. Even though it's shit, because you know what to do with shit. You know how to make lemonade out of lemons. So I'm saying that someone is confused as to how you're able to move on so peacefully after they treated you like garbage. It's because you know what is about to happen. You know what is about to happen. You know that you're about to have the greatest level up that ever did level up.
I'm telling you, the angels come in my room. It's a level up. God himself comes to me. It's a level up.
Because you know that you will never have to go through this experience again, because again, you fully immersed yourself in the experience. You felt the heartbreak, the embarrassment, and all of those negative emotions to their fullest extent. So there's nothing for you to explore. So for some of you guys, someone wanted you to feel as though there was something left for you to explore with them, as if there's unfinished business, as if you have something to return to with them. And I'm seeing, collective, that there's nothing for you to return to. You have peace, you have closure. Someone could have withdrawn from you or withheld contact from you, or something like that, as a means to make you come back or to beg for closure or something. But I'm seeing that you have gotten closure on your own because you have felt everything to its fullest extent and you understand the lesson. Your higher self is like, okay, we learned the lesson, so now we can move on. So it's like, now that you know, collective, what it's like to be in a toxic work environment, a toxic family dynamic, have toxic friend groups, have toxic relationships, you know what it feels like, you know what it looks like, you know what it smells like. You can fully identify it because you were so present in the experience. It will never happen again.
Amen.
You will never be that down bad in a situation ever again. Not saying that it won't present itself in your reality ever again, because sometimes they just do, but you will never be that down bad ever again for somebody, for something, for somewhere. You will never be that down bad, that foolish, or that naive, because you fully integrated with the lesson. And that is what excites your soul. Your higher self is so delighted by that. So someone is confused as to how you can feel so much peace. How are you so peaceful after everything that I put you through? How are you so peaceful? Someone is so miserable, collective. And it's like, and this is making someone want to come back to you. So collective, someone could have made you feel as though they were the prize, or they were the one worth being like chased after, or something like that. Excuse me. So someone, collective, wanted you to feel as though, we have the Lover's card in the reverse and we have the Seven of Cups. So someone wanted you to feel as though they were the dead end, as if your healing started and ended with them. For some of you guys, someone refuses to give you closure, or they refuse to give you closure because they believe that you would need that to move on. But I'm seeing that with the Seven of Cups, you gave yourself all of the closure. You have all of the memories and the feelings from your experience, because as I stated before, you were fully immersed in it. So it's like you have like the backlog of everything. You can feel everything in your nervous system that you've gone through, the hurt, the betrayal, the embarrassment, whatever it was that you went through. You can feel it all. So you have it all in memory. So you don't need closure from them. You can get it from yourself. You can get it from your higher self. You can take your experience. Some of you guys even went to therapy. Some of you guys took your experience. You said, like I said, you said, thank you for the experience. You took it and you went to therapy. You took it and when you went to your higher self. You took it and you went to your pastor. You took it and you went to God. You took it and you went back to someone that you trusted and you talked to them and you confided in them and they restored something in you. You took it and you went to meditate. You took the experience and you said, okay, bet, got you. Someone did not want that. Someone didn't want it and they didn't expect it either. Someone is salty.
I wonder who.
Yeah. Someone's really salty. You have the Four of Cups. Someone
Every one of them
is now in the position that they left you in because someone expected you to come back. Someone expected you to be sitting there waiting for them to get back when they were ready. Someone could have withdrawn communication from you, went no contact, blocked you, something like that, and assumed that you would be waiting right where they left you when they got back. But I'm seeing someone goes back to the place that they left you, collective, and now they're stuck because they don't have any closure. So someone tried to withdraw or withhold closure from you and ended up being the person who now needs closure from a situation. Because like I said, they don't understand what happened. All they understand is that they put you through hell. They gave you hell. They gave you nothing but a poor shit experience, and somehow you blossomed from it. And they're just like, I don't understand how that happened. What did I miss about collective? So someone is now sitting in a position, stuck somewhere, needing desperately needing closure to move on, but they blocked you. They didn't talk to you. They withdrew communication. They didn't want to give you closure. They wanted to keep you stuck. So you said, okay, well, I guess this is done with. I guess this is over with. Goodbye. So some of you guys could have blocked this person. You could have moved on this person. You could have switched jobs. You could have left a situation. Whatever happened, collective, I'm seeing that this person no longer has access to you. They can't contact you anymore. And I'm seeing that this is eating them alive. Someone is stuck in limbo. Someone is stuck. Someone will be stuck on this relationship. This is how obsession after relationships breed. Some of you guys are someone's phantom ex now. Someone will never be able to get over you, especially if this is a romantic relationship, you guys, because someone expected you to be down bad for them forever. So it's like now that this person sees you moving on and blossoming in ways that they never imagined, it's like they put themselves in a position to be suspended in the ethers because they never expected to see you do that. And if they knew that you could move on and transmute your pain like that, and for some of you guys, your level ups and glow ups, when you transmute energy and pain, you come out 10 times more beautiful. You come out 10 times more attractive. You come out looking so good. And so that's something that has somebody like messed up also. It's like you could have not just leveled up financially, spiritually, mentally, but you could have also just leveled up, or you're about to level up physically as well. You're about to get fine on somebody. Oh my God, I feel bad for this person. Someone didn't know you could get that fine. But that's really what, like, that spiritual work, that spiritual ascension, when you transmute some negative, nasty energy, oh my gosh, someone had you in a relationship, like, yeah. Someone had you in a relationship really down and really sad, and so they were looking at you and your face carrying that energy, and they could have grown even less attracted to you because of the energy that they were giving you. It's like, how are you, like, that's so like narcissistic for you to give me just pure shit energy and then be confused as to why I'm walking around looking like a zombie. And I'm saying, now that you guys have transmuted that energy, you guys look so beautiful. You guys look so good. You guys are so cheerful. You're so happy. You guys are literally about to have the biggest comeback ever. And you're going to have somebody in some major, major, major regret energy. We have the Star card, collective, and then we have the Magician. So a lot of you guys, collective, you're about to receive so many upgrades in your life because you transmuted this very dense experience. So some of you guys are going to get blessed in the form of more money. You guys cleared a lot of blockages emotionally, because what this was about, collective, with the Star card, it was about healing. So if you were stuck in a workplace or stuck in a relationship that was abusive, or a family dynamic that was abusive, it's like you had to understand why you wanted to be there, or why you did not have a problem being there. You had to understand the roots of the behavior. You had to understand the reason why you were comfortable somewhere where you were being hurt and mistreated and embarrassed and humiliated. You had to understand it. And I'm saying the second that you understood it, the second that you got in touch with the wound, for some of you guys it's abandonment. For some of you guys it's self-worth. You have low self-worth. You had low self-worth or low self-esteem. For some of you guys, you didn't feel worthy of a certain type of love. For some of you guys, you didn't feel worthy of a certain amount of money. Whatever it was, you guys identified the wound because you stayed and you fully immerse yourself in the experience. That's what I'm saying. You were on a quest in this, whatever this was. You were on a quest to discover, why am I so comfortable with this shit, with this bullshit? Why am I so comfortable with this person who clearly, I'm saying from the beginning, you knew that someone or something was not good for you, but you still had an attraction to it, and you were curious about the attraction. So someone confused your curiosity about your attraction to toxicity as your attraction to them. But it doesn't matter. I'm saying collective, it never mattered if it was that person or if it was another person or another job. It could have been anybody. And that's what has this person pissed off, is that your energy feels so indifferent to them now, because you were never attracted to them. You were attracted, it's like your higher self was attracted to the lesson. So someone feels used by you because someone feels like you used them for a lesson. And it's like you did, but it's just like, where were your intentions at? Like, you worried about mine. Where were your intentions at? You used to be worried about your intentions, boo. But I'm saying with the Magician card collective, because you were able to identify the wound, you were able to patch it up. And the second that you patch it up, it's like you disappear from someone's reality, you disappear from their timeline, you disappear from their life, and you disappear very gracefully. You disappear without the need for closure, without the need for another conversation. You just disappear, and that's very uncomfortable for somebody right now, because they're desperately needing closure that they withheld from you at this moment in time. So congratulations, collective. You are the comeback kid. So congratulations on everything that you are about to manifest. Congratulations on everything that you are about to come into, the money, the blessings, the level of attraction that you are about to come into. All of it, you are so deserving of it, because you are literally a student of this game, a student of this spiritual journey, and you are always going to be rewarded for being a student, for not falling into your ego traps, for not falling into those traps and becoming like these people who become super like egoic and narcissistic and weird, and walk around having something to prove to everybody. Collective, you are not one of them. You are so rare, you are so powerful and so potent, and you need to understand that. So when these blessings come in, when the partner of your dreams comes in, when the family dynamics that you were praying for come in, when the friends that you've been wishing for come in, when the money and the jobs and the careers and whatever it is, the businesses that you have been praying for, when they come in, know and understand that you fully deserve it, because of all that you have done to integrate those very painful lessons and experiences. You are 100% worthy and deserving of everything that you are about to get. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next reading.
Thank you.
Now, most people are going to use this.
Yeah, so it's really good that I can, just share my story and then share somebody else's perspective on that story, because what she said there, I 100% agree with, that it has been that for me. It really has been, and it has been a physical level up as well as a spiritual level up, and I don't want for nothing. I don't want for nothing, mate. The only thing I want is just to build an even stronger relationship with the Almighty and my ancestors and my spirit team. And every day, that's what I'm working on. And every day I work on what they tell me to work on in terms of the business and planting seeds. I've been planting seeds, man. I've been ploughing. So when the money does, when life really turns around and the millions start coming in, I know I've earned it. When my good man comes in and my life feels like a fucking fairy tale, I'm not going to be sitting there thinking, oh my God, I don't deserve this. I'm not going to be sitting in my own life feeling like I'm an imposter. No. I'm going to be saying, thank you, Almighty, thank you, Almighty, thank you, Almighty. Well done, Asherah. Well done, Asherah. Well done, Rosie. Well done, Sasha. And well done, Asherah, because we fucking worked hard. And we really went to hell and back, trust me. Believe it or not, I've been to hell. Regardless of what I look like, I'm telling you, I've been to hell and then some, trust me. But the fact that I've been to hell hasn't scarred me. The fact that I've had these relationships and they've all abused me and they've all disregarded me and tossed me to the side like I'm a piece of fucking trash. You know, the fact that these people model off on me because they think I'm either dumb or naive, that I'm kind still. You know, but that's what the Almighty said. Just because let them do what they're doing, and you stay focused on what we're doing. And that's what I've done. I've stayed focused on the Almighty. You know, so I hope that this experience helps. It's gonna help loads of people. Don't get me wrong, but I was gonna say at least it helps one person. But the ancestors are just letting me know that this is it. There's a lot of people that are going to take these experiences of mine that I'm sharing, and even with the PhD results at the end of this, and know that you're not mad. You're not mad. You're a spiritual being having an earthly experience, and this is a stimulation, and it's time to wake up now and understand that what they're saying is a madness, like psychosis, dissociative identity disorder, schizophrenia. All those conditions are literally they're side effects of the ascension. Yeah, for me, I had to lose my mind in order to find it. My mind expanded. I was speaking to 100 different selves of myself. My brain split up into 100 different consciousnesses, and I was getting information from every single one of those brains. It was like Lucy. I'm online, part of AI, tapping in. Anyway, let me not even get into it because I can see the time already, and I do have work to do today because today is an office day. I've got my laptop with me. It's also a gym day, which is why I've got my bikini and my yoga outfit and all the rest of it, because I'm going to stretch and whatever else, because I'm getting myself ready for my kingdom spouse, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? So I work on my physical body, I work on my mental body, I work on my spiritual body, and I work on my finances. And that's what it is. And I'm able to manage all of them because I split them up. I give them one personality deals with that. So Rosie, my divine feminine, she makes sure I'm good. I just went in the bedroom there and put my finger in the blood clot door and popped off my nail. But no problem, I'm going back down the nail shop and she's going to fix my nail by the time I put the camera on later on today. My nail will be there again, no problem. It's not something to worry about, it's okay. Rosie takes care of that. When it comes to my work stuff, that's Asherah. She's the qualified head teacher, the PhD student. No problem, we'll get online and we'll do our business stuff. Then when it comes to spiritual, that's Asherah, my higher self. No problem. I'll do the meditation, I'll do the rituals, I'll do the dancing, I'll talk to the divine and come back and let you guys know what's going on. Then I got Sasha, my divine masculine. She's the one making sure that there's no bullshit going on. Yeah, and if a man needs chopping down, she will chop him down. And then you got my inner child. Don't take life too seriously. Nobody gets out alive. Let's have fun. Yeah? I said, I don't want no noise. And the guy next door who makes all the noise has been in hospital for the last 5 weeks. He came out yesterday. He's on dialysis for the rest of his life. And now I've got some stranger in his garden tapping. But let me tell you something, I've already said it. So that's something that my ancestors and that we sort out, because I don't want to hear no noise. I like peace, inside and outside. And can you hear that? Does that sound like peace to you? And usually he's out there from 8 o'clock. Plus he's got chickens, so every morning they're out there cocking. I don't mind the chickens, but I mind the banging. Because who is he to be coming banging on anything? He don't live there. I've never seen him before in my life, and I've had this house 20 years. But that's what they like to do. But like I said, carry on doing it, because I don't need to fight my own battles anymore. I don't fight my own battles anymore. There's no need. I just say what the problem is and I pull it on top shelf and I deal with it. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I'm going to go and get myself sorted out now, and go and do the things that I set out to do, and then take the video camera down to the graveyard, do what I need to do at the graveyard. Then I'm going to go to the dressmakers, because I'm up for 2 awards next week, and I bought one pretty silk dress, and I just want the lady to I just want to see, because it's such a long dress, it's got like a wedding trail to it, and I just want to make sure that when I'm in it, I'm not gonna trip. So I want the woman to kind of like bend this that way and bend that way. Do you know what I mean? And then also what I'd like is because I'm not wearing a bra with it. I want to make sure that when I put it on, my tits have that Bridgerton look. You know, when your two breasts, you got the humps on them like that. I love that look. It's called like a balcony look. So they've already shown me how I look in the dress, so I know exactly what to do. I get up every day and I do not have to think about what I'm doing. I do not have to think about what I'm wearing. They show me everything. And I just follow the visions, my higher self, the ancestors. And it's like stepping stones. As long as I jump on the stone, I can't go wrong. As long as I jump on the stones, I can't go wrong. As long as I get up every day and put one foot in front of the other, I can't go wrong. Yeah? So I'm letting you know, as long as you step in where your intuition, where your ancestors, where the Almighty is telling you to step, you can't go wrong. So step out, baby girl, and step out, baby boy, because it's time, and you don't already know, say we're ready.